right, hello, 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 hello. How's it going there, everybody? Just getting started here. I need to do a couple keybindy things. We'll actually get in the PU here. Start by getting in the PU, and then we'll fix my controls. I have two joysticks, and the one of them is detecting yaw when I'm not doing it, so I'm switching from my left hand to my right hand, which does not use yaw. So how's it going there, Daniel? What's happening? What's happening? So the game crashed yesterday, and I lost pretty much all my money. So I made back most of it, and the problem with that was, I'm doing trading, which means I have to buy the cargo and then sell it, and so because of that, I'm when I lost all that cargo, I lost all my money. So we're gonna probably start by doing some box missions to try to get a little bit more money. I need to have a comfortable, I need to be able to have extra money. So what I want to do is I want to be able to buy cargo and sell at the same time. So they really did a screwy way, the way I have to get cargo. And so, like, for example, if I use all my money up, I have to use all my money up to get the cargo filled, and then I have to come back, go through a bunch of steps to then go buy the cargo instead of, doing it all at once. So we're going to run in here really quick to the medical clinic. And if I lay in a cargo bed, it will take care of my food and water needs. Or lay in a med bed. Room 4, okay, so let's go do that.
Emergency staff. Got an accident in desk. RN Ashcroft, contact the front.
There we go. Open, please, thank you. Alright. So this should replenish my food and water there. There we go. You can see it on the left going up. So as soon as that's maxed out, I'm just going to get out of this bed and we'll move on. Alright, there we go. Alright. So, probably going to end up taking, let's see where we're at money-wise right now. So unless they fixed my cargo that I lost, we're at 15,000, which we start at 20. So it's been a long trip of going down because of this loss. So hopefully be able to recuperate it. So what we'll do here next is, so the crash yesterday kind of sucked because if it crashes, my vehicle was destroyed, well then I have to file an insurance claim. It doesn't cost me any money, but what it does is I guess we're already here. What it does is it means that for that particular ship, I have to wait 45 minutes of real time to get it back. And so I had to, put a claim in for it. So I want to double check and make sure that nothing needs a claim. So this is, okay, so this is the ship that I need to claim is back. The Pisces is right here, so that's good. Okay.
Please visit us again.
So I'm going to try to string some stuff together here to make some cash. And so what I want to first do is go to Contracts Manager. Contracts, I just make money. I don't lose money. So this is 15 grand. And so I want to look at the places. So here's the pickup. So we have Hadley, Lathan, Norgard, Besdick, Anderson. They have to go to Anderson, Perlman, Barton Flats, Ryder, and Thetis. Alright, and so what I want to do is see if I can find two of these 15s, or at least two that have them near one another. So, let's see. So, for example, this is Hadley, Lathan, Nordic, Besdick, Anderson. So we're going to take this one here. And we'll take this 12, because I think these have a bunch of common areas. And so we'll do that. Alright, so we'll start with that, and then I'm going to try, there are a bunch of websites for the game that have not been working, but there are a bunch of trading websites, and essentially they use the data from there to help you pick some routes. So trying to remember the name of the ship here. So Let me find. I can't remember the name of the ship. It's been a while. So,
Welcome to the ASOP.
so I'm going to use the
Vehicle Retrieval
Pisces.
System.
All right.
Please visit us again.
So I'm going to use this chart here. If I can get this to work, I'll bring it up so you guys can see it. Nope. It's Anvil. There it is. C8 Pisces. Okay. And we're at, I believe we're at Everest. So our ArcCorp Everest, I believe. Let me just double check before I screw it up. So let's see where we are on the map. So we are Hurston, which I believe is Everest. This map is not very good. This map's a big pain point for everybody here. So, oh come on, man! See, like it doesn't zoom in; it just zooms randomly, which is like a pain in the ass. And then it never saves like where you are on the map. Like it should always bring you back to where you are, but it doesn't. So I need to try to find Everest Harbor. Okay, so Everest. It's Hurston, Everest Harbor. There's Everest Harbor. Okay, destination trade point doesn't matter. We're going to calculate. This website's been screwing up, so we'll see if it returns anything to me. I'll also bring up another website that's I was using for trading the other day that was a little bit better. Yeah, Galog is what I used to use, and it looks like that's broken at the moment. It just has yet to really work. All right, Pisces I want to go from Everest. Destination, I don't know. Armistice, don't care. Okay, let's go ahead and... Alright, so there's nothing here at Everest I can do. There's Laranite from Walla to Grimhex. I'm not going there. Okay, so we're not going to bother trying to string this together. Hey, how's it going there, Tomcat? Alright, have a good night there, Tomcat. Alright, so what we want to do here is I'm going to come out of this, and I need to find my routes here. So I have to pick up a package here, pick up a package here, pick up a package there. And I can track one at a time. So, where's the contracts? Alright, so I'm going to first thing I'm going to do is we'll recall the ship, we'll head out there. And I will activate, excuse me, get the hell out of the way, dude.
Welcome to the ASOP.
I'll activate the other, what do you call it? The other cargo mission there when I'm out there and see if there's something close that needs to be picked up or dropped off. So it'll be a little bit tedious, but that's the name of this game. I think Hangar 1 is where we're going. So hopefully if we get this done, we're talking 27,000 on top of our 15. So hopefully, yep, this is mine. So hopefully that should get us a little bit of coin so that I can start trading with the Hull C again. Because the issue I'm having is I don't have any cash, and I have to buy all those goods for the Hull C because we don't have any actual hauling missions yet. And one crashed, took away all my money. Alright, so we're gonna go to flight ready. Alright, we'll come over here.
Aerospace. All systems online.
You are clear to launch.
Alright, so the doors are open above me here. Clear to launch.
Takeoff complete.
Alright, so I'm going to look at the map here.
Raised.
Okay.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Again, the horrific map we have here is just really crap. Let's see. So I need to pick up, it said pick something up from here, right here, Hadley. So that's Hadley. Yeah, see, that's pickup package at Hadley, I believe, is this one here, so we're good there. Alright. Spool up the quantum drive, and we'll align. Do I have my joysticks on the wrong side again? No, this is right. That's the bottoms. I just didn't fix the bottoms on them. I had to swap the joysticks from left to right, so I need to change some parts to make them fit. Alright, so we're going to go to our first pickup here, and I'm going to see what... I can track the one. Maybe I can track two at once. I have to look. So let's go to contract manager. I might be able to track two at once. So currently I'm doing... So we'll go to accepted. I've accepted two. So I'm going to track this one. See, I can only track one at a time. So that's kind of gross. So I'm going to track this one. And then when I get on the ground, I'm going to track the next one to see if there's something close to me, if we have coincidental deliveries. So hopefully I can string them together.
Quantum drive is now off.
Put my speed limiter about 200 meters per second. We'll get rid of that. So it's going to take a little work flicking back and forth, but it's not the end of the world here. We'll go up to like 400 meters per second at most here. We're only 20 kilometers away, so I don't want to go screaming in. That's a good way to crash. Alright, so we start slowing down here. I don't want to get behind the craft here. Gear's coming down.
Landing gear deployed.
Alright, 4,000 meters. Alright, visual. I'm going to take over. I'm going to shut off cruise control, and I'm just going to go myself here. There we go.
Engines offline.
Alright, so I'll pick up the first one here, and then I'm going to switch to track the other mission and make sure there's nothing here or close that I need to go pick up. If I can string them together, that's going to be much better. This is a really... What did I land on? I landed on something here. I'm on a light pole. Alright, so hopefully I can get off that without breaking my ship. I didn't see it coming in. Alright, so I'm going to switch over to the other contract here. And make sure there's nothing here that I need. So there's a package 34 meters, so yep, we have another one to pick up here at this station, so that is good. I can string a couple along here. I'll also look at other ones, see if I have anything else that... I've fallen out down these stairs like literally the entire time I did this yesterday here, so... Okay. Do I have my package with me here? I lost it. This game, man. This game's so screwed up. I don't know where the package is now, man. Did it go off into space? It did. Oh, you know what it is? The tracking. Let's go. Let's try to change tracking again. Man, this game is so screwed up. I'm telling you. Where is it? So, where did that go? That sucks, man. That package disappeared. That's friggin' stupid, man. Alright, because I fell down the stairs, the package is gone now. That's awesome. I'm not gonna be able to complete that mission now. Gotta be shitting me, dude. This is the type of stuff that ruins the game for me. It's like, come on, man. You know, I didn't cause that problem, and now I have to pay for it. So there's no point in me doing that mission anymore, because if I don't do all 5 of them, it's gonna screw me, so. So, let's see, which one was that? The one we just took. This one. This one here. Yeah, see, I collected the package. I have no clue where it is now, so let's abandon it. Awesome. Ugh, game. Couldn't even get one done, man. Really sucky. Alright. So I'll see if there's another one here that another package here. We are currently, where are we? Figure out where we are in a second here. So, see if I can walk down some stairs and not get screwed. I'll walk down the stairs very carefully here. Get the fuck out of here, game. Really? Like, I'm not doing any of that. That's game stuff doing that, man. Okay, I don't know. Let me see if I can uncrouch. There we go. Okay. Dude. Some silly shit going on here. I wonder if that package is right on the top stair. I already dropped that first thing, but I don't see it up there. I looked. Like the package disappeared when I fell, and now that mission's toast. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get off of this light pole either, so we'll see. Alright, so let's quickly, I'm gonna close my door here just so if some idiot comes and tries to harass me, they can't. Alright, so where are we? We are currently at... Okay, we're currently, where are we? We're at Hadley? Yep, we're at Hadley. Alright, so Pinewood, we need to pick one up, but I'm going to look and see if there's something else to pick up at Hadley. So we want to go delivery. I'm looking at for Hadley. Here we go. Package from Hadley right here, so we're going to accept that. Alright, so now I have to pick up this one as well. Let's see if there's any others. I'm going to grab them all if I can. So, no Hadley there. No Hadley. This one could be... let's see. Bez, Stan, Perlman. Bez, Stan, and Perlman. Let's accept that. I'm going to accept a bunch of these. Screw it. Especially if it's going to keep screwing me, I'm going to take a bunch of them. A 9,000 one I wanted. Okay. So we're at Hadley. There should be another one here at Hadley. So we have... I'm going to find the other Hadley right here, Hadley. And so we're going to track that one now. Alright, good. And now, hopefully I should be able to go back out and get that. I think I just was able to initialize that mission again, essentially. Just stand up, dude. Stop falling down for no reason. Alright, so here's a package. It's back in that building. Hey, how's it going there, Justin? So I'm trying to string these together. What would be cool and good game UI is if I could track all of them at once, and then it would show me them all, but I can't do that. It lets me track one at a time. So trying to string these together, I have to then check, which isn't the end of the world, but it's not as convenient as it could be. And so, you know, I do enjoy these type of this, and one of the reasons this is good is this doesn't cost me any money. Trading, I have to buy the goods, so, and then if I lose them, you know, to a bug or anything, some, you know, harassing pirate person I have to deal with. Oh, see, I fell down the fucking stairs again, man. like, literally, I don't know what I'm falling on. And hopefully I can get up. See, like, this is the state of the game here. Alright, there we go. So let's go ahead and, so we have 2 now. Hopefully I can get off that light pole and not blow up. I shouldn't be parking off field. I should really park in the pad. But I'm in a small ship, and there are people doing this in big ships. I don't want to take up a pad that they need that I don't need, so I'm trying to be courteous. Alright, so we'll drop this. Alright. I'm going to just try to get off of this, and we'll do it in the air. Let's turn the engines on.
Engines online.
Hopefully we don't damage our ship coming off this light. Okay, there we go. Yeah, alright, good.
Landing gear.
Alright, so I'm going to quickly check my stuff while I'm going here. Alright, so acceptance, the one I care about. Alright, so we took the 2 from Hadley. You see we have Hadley here. And then we have this Hadley here. Alright. And so we need to go to Pinewood anyway. So that's a Pinewood. We have a collected Pinewood. Pinewood. And Pinewood. So we have to pick up 3 at Pinewood. So it looks like Pinewood's near us. So we're going to Pinewood next here. So Pinewood's on the same planet, it's just on the opposite side. Oh, this map is so horrific. It really is terrible. There's Hadley is where we are. We're looking for Pinewood. I just saw it, but I missed. Can't find it now. There we go. Here's Pinewood right here. So Pinewood, set route. Okay. Spool to drive. So stringing these together is going to help get us some money here. Here we go. Gonna do it. There we go. Thought the game was gonna have a fart for a second there. Alright, so we have to pick up 3 at Pinewood. So I need to cycle through all of my different missions there to get all 3 of them. I don't think we don't have any deliveries here at Pinewood. Well, we have 3 pickups. So, like, ideally what I want to do is, like, this is great to pick up 3 at once. It really increases our efficiency.
Quantum drive is now off.
Alright, so I'm going to limit our speed. I don't want to go more than like 500 at most. Now, it seems 20 kilometers seems like a long way away, but we're going fast, you know. Using somebody training from the airlines here, try to get ahead of the vehicle. You don't want to be behind. Oh, flight training in general, but mostly flying fast jets, you know, you get used to trying to, you know, be ahead of the aircraft and not go too fast, know when to slow down. These are all things that you kind of have to learn. So, like, I'm already slowing down a little bit here. We're within 9,000 meters, which is 18,000 feet, you know, lateral.
Landing gear deployed.
Linear distance. Alright, gears down. Lights can come off. We're on the sun side of the planet now. Alright, so I'm gonna get our limiter down to about 100. I think it's meters per second, so that's fast. You know, that's 200 knots. So put it in perspective. When you're under 10,000 feet, your speed limited to 250 knots IRL. So you know you wouldn't want to be screaming around. So we're gonna... I'm gonna land off field again. I'm just gonna pay attention a little bit better here. So.
Landing
There we
complete.
go. Alright, powering off.
Engines
Alright, so we're gonna grab this first package, and then I need to go in and see what other ones. I don't know why the game's doing this. It's putting me in third person whenever I get out of my seat. So I don't know why it does that. Am I gonna fall over again? Come on. So hopefully I don't fall on every staircase that I try to go through here. That would be quite annoying. Cycle this. Come on, grab it. There you go. Make me hit the button 3 times there, dude. So the door is bugged for a second. They were still showing closed when it was closed. Alright, I'm going to try to not fall down every staircase here because I lost a package doing that, so I'm going to walk really slowly and see what the hell it does. See? You trip a little bit, so if I'm going too fast, I trip. Oh, what a silliness. Such silliness. So the nice thing is each of these packages has a serial number, so that makes it easier for me to know which one's going where. So I know I have another one here, so we have 3 here total, so let's bring them up. Contracts. Alright, so these are my accept the contracts. This is the one I just did. This one has a pinewood, so we're going to track that one. And that's the one it should show us there. So here's the package in the same room as the other one was. Open, please, cycle. And it is this one. Alright, good. So this one here, that door is just bugged. Alright. So we're going to be very slow as we come out of this door. Hopefully we don't fall on our ass again. Real slow, real slow. He'll trip a little bit. There we go. He trips, and then he doesn't fall on his ass. Okay. And then after this one, we should have one more. I really hate this you left the channel bullshit message that comes up. Like, the UI is very obtrusive as it is, and it's like, I don't need extra UI in the way. Okay. See, like, I tripped again here. Alright, let's look again. So we need to find the last pinewood we have, so accepted. And it's probably this one, pinewood right here. So track that one. And it's over at this building. We'll go grab this one, and then we're going to get out of pinewood. And so what I want to do is I want to look and see... I'm trying to string as many together as possible. So what I want to do is ideally get all the ones for one place on board and then dump them all at once. As, you know, somebody who has, 13 years or more in logistics, the one thing that the most expensive part of, deliveries like this is the last mile. And the last mile is the person walking one package off to the location like this. The actual transfer of many packages like tractor trailer or train or even by airplane is much more profitable because you might have, for example, like, if you have a train, you might have, say, 5 people maximum working on that train, and they're carrying thousands and thousands of packages many, many miles. The last mile, you have one person handling one package, and so it's very expensive per unit of time and employee costs. So by stringing these together, I can really kind of make my time a little bit more... Is that dangerous cargo? I think it is. Okay. All right, so let's look at stuff here. let's actually get in the air first. I'm trying to be as efficient as humanly possible. So we're going to take off, and we can do this from the air. That way we're already up and moving and leaving the atmosphere. Like standing here just looking at it on the ground, just wasting my time.
Engines online. Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
Alright, so we are going to then now look. So we're up in the air. Alright, so I want to look at the contracts manager again. Go to accepted. Alright, so this Pinewood is going to Perlman. We have to pick one up in Perlman. This one is going to Operai and Besdik. Stanhope and Operai. So we have 2 for Operai right now. And those are on board. We have 2. So here's one from Thetis. Let's see. Alright, drop off. I'm checking them here. So Operai, that's one of them. Stanhope. Okay, Operai, Hadley, Stanhope, Woodruff. Okay. These are delivering to Thetis and Ryder. Okay. These are delivering to Han, Besdik, and Operai. We have the Besdik and Operai already on us, so Han and Besdik. So what I think we're gonna do is, so here's like so there's another Operai I need to pick up here. So 736-472. 736-472. So right here. So that's Operai. That's going to Operai. Where is 736? Right here. So, okay, I picked that one up already. So let's see if we have all the Operais. So, Operai. Operai. Okay. These are going to... Okay, so let's go to Operai. I have most of those, so let's do that. So, and so where was the Operai? Hurston. So we're above Hurston right now. So let's go to Operai. I just think I saw it here. Where was it? There it is right here. HDMS Operai right there. Alright, so set route there. Okay, good. Spool the quantum drive. And we'll head there, and we should be able to dump, what, 2, 3 off there, something like that? Alright, so we're heading to Operai.
Quantum drive is now on.
Oh, thanks, Blake. Glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, I think it's, you know, a lot of the stuff can get overwhelming if you don't, you know, if you don't know what's going on. So I was a flight instructor, so I tend to like to explain what I'm doing, especially with flying, and then just a little bit of UI stuff can be hairy. And I haven't played this game in a couple of years. I just started the last couple of days playing again because my favorite chip came out, the Hull C, and so I think I explained it makes it a little bit less of a learning curve, and it also helps. Repeating stuff also helps you remember it yourself, so also do it to help me remember. Game's chugging a little bit here, but alright, so I need to really quickly, I need to bring up one of my missions that is going to Operai, or else I'm not gonna have the marker on there, so I need the marker. So I need to find one of the ones going to Operai. Alright, right here. Let's see. We're going to track this one. And hopefully that brings up Operai. So see, it brought up the drop-off. Now that's there. So again, we need to be careful. We're coming in at nighttime. And so you really need to use your numbers. What's going on here? There we go. Alright, you really need to use your numbers here to, like, see, this is pitch black. So, you know, as an instrument-rated pilot, the way you would do a lot of these things is you need to look at your numbers. So I'm looking at my altitude on the right. We're at 7,200 meters. I have my speed on the left, 294 meters per second, and I have my distance there of 14 kilometers. So I'm watching the trends. I'm watching how quickly my altitude tape on the right is going down. And I'm also looking at the distance. We're at 11 kilometers. I'm going to start slowing down. And we're at 4,000 meters. We're 9,000 meters away. We're still going 180 because the weather is bad here. I'm going to go down to 100 meters per second. And I have my lights on. My gear is down. And so, for example, we could have a mountain pop right up in front of us. So that's why I'm slowing down. If you can't see, you want to slow down. So we're 3,000 meters. We're about 9,000 feet off the ground. We're going about 200 knots. So I work better in knots, and feet. So 6,000 meters is about 18,000 feet away from the landing zone. So keeping all these things in mind. So we're going at least 3 miles a minute. You know, we're about, right now we're about 2 miles, 2-ish miles, something like that. From a little less than 2 miles now from there. And you see we're down to about 3,000 feet, a little bit more off the deck. So even though it's pitch black and I can't see anything, now I'm starting to see things. Because I slowed down, that really helps. So I'm going to take cruise control off. You know, this looks slow. We're still going 200 knots towards the ground. So, you know, it's hard to get perception sometimes. So you kind of have to run with your numbers. And that's what a lot of instrument flying is. You're really just like focusing on your numbers. All right, so I'm finding my landing zone. I'm going to land to the right of the building, left of the pad, right here. It's clear. And we'll come in right there and we'll land. So.
Landing complete.
Alright, we'll go ahead and shut the engines down.
Engines offline.
Alright, again, I still don't know why it's doing this third person thing, but it is. Something I have to live with. Alright, so what we want to do here is I want to bring up my contract. And I want to find out what package is going here. So I need to find one of my operais. So we're going to go accepted. And I'm looking for my operai. So this one has one. So here it is, 736472. All right, so 736472. So we're looking for these. 736472 right there. All right. So this is the one we want. And so that's how we're going to make sure we don't bring the wrong one. So. And you see it says right there also where we're going, 736472. So kind of stringing these together is helpful. I think we have 2 or 3 for Opera here. Maybe 2, and we picked up 3 from Pinewood at the same time. Are you cycling? There we go. And so that really cuts down, so we can be doing 3 at once, essentially. Saving us some time and helping efficiency. The most thing I'm worried about is if the game crashes, I don't get any of these until it's all done. So that will give me a completion here in a second. When that closes, you'll see we get 1 of 4. There we go, we just got 1 of 4, so that's logged. So I'm gonna walk slowly out of here, make sure I don't fall off, because I've been falling a lot going out. All right, so you need to find the next operai. So we're going to go to contracts, accepted, and we're going to look for the next operai. So that one's gone. You see no operai anymore. Operai right here. We're going to track this one. And 774253. 774253. All right. I think that's our last operai. All right, 774253 right there. And we're also we're gonna double check that we don't have anything. See, I have a. We'll also make sure that I don't have any that need to be picked up at Opera. I don't think I do. All right, so we'll let this one, we'll make sure we get that, the 1 out of 5 done here. All right, good. So that one registered. Let's go ahead and we'll check our contract manager here. All right, so that one's done. So I want to see if we have any pickups at Operi or any other deliveries at Operi. So we need to Woodruff Perlman. Nope. Perlman Ryder. As you can see, we have some doubles. That's why I took them. Besdick we have to go to. Besdick Anderson Lathan. So as you can see, we have to go to a Besdick. We have some to pick up as well. So Stanhope. We have a delivery at Stanhope. Thetis Perlman. So I saw no other Operi anywhere, which means we're done here. So I think we're good here. So we have to go to Stanhope is a delivery Besdick. So Stanhope, Besdick, and Perlman are 3 that I need there. I can pick 1 up at Perlman. I need to pick 2 up at Perlman. I need to pick 3 up at Perlman. So Perlman, I'm going to pick up 3. And I need to see, do I have any deliveries at Perlman? So I have a delivery at Perlman. Do I have any other deliveries at Perlman? I don't think I do. Nope. 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 Okay, so we're going to want to go to, let's see. So we collected Perlman. We're just checking. We have a drop off at Besdick. That's Ariel. Let's see. Perlman. I have a deliver at Perlman. I've got a pickup at Perlman. This is on Magda. Pickup at Perlman. And where's that Perlman going? Either Ryder or Thetis. Okay. Besdick. I want to check on Besdicks too. So I either want to go to Perlman or Besdick. So I have a collect at Besdick and a deliver at Besdick. And that's on Ariel. I have to collect this one at Ariel. So I want to check this Thetis. So Thetis is 153,973. So 153,973 is going to Hadley. So that's fine. These are Hurston to Hurston. So let's go to, I'm thinking Perlman. Let me just double check everything here. That's a pickup Perlman. Just trying to group them all together. Let's go to Perlman on Magda. And that's going to be, you know, we might have to double up on somewhere, but, you know, that's the thing is, like, when I was how's Roberts behaving today? Not too bad. I've tripped down the stairs and had to cancel a mission because I lost the package from falling down the stairs. But luckily, he hasn't screwed me and stolen all my money yet. I lost all my money last night because of a server crash. So we're doing all right today so far. Knock wood. We're trying to make some money back so I can go back to trading. But,
Engines online.
all right, so we're going to go ahead and take off.
Takeoff complete.
All right, that might be Magda right in front of me here. Not sure. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. We're going to plot to, I think it's Perlman. Perlman. All right, so we're going to go to Perlman. So I want to go Perlman on Magda. So we'll go to Hurston. Here is Magda. And I want to go to Perlman. Set route. Okay, good. F1. Spool the quantum drive. Go over here. The reason it's red is we're not out of the atmosphere yet. So. Or it's blocked by the planet, so. Where is it? Is that an actor right there? Let's go, yep. So these are orbital markers. This allows us to get around the planet. You know, because you figure if the planet's blocking us from going to our target, we have to go to the orbital marker to get far enough away to not run through the planet to go somewhere, so. That Magda right there? That's Magda, okay. other than that, the game has not crashed yet today. Yeah, I'm pushing my luck because if I don't get all 5 of these packages picked up and delivered, you see the game's chugging out, but I don't get any money. So I need to try to get some of these done so I can get them cashed. But I have quite a bit of these strung together, so hopefully... So I should have 3 pickups for Perlman, 1 delivery at Perlman, and 3 pickups. So by stringing them together here, you can see how my time gets pretty efficient. You know, like dropping the 1 package off. So like this is why IRL that the last mile is very expensive. You know, to pay for a spacecraft to go from planet to planet to deliver 1 box of tissues to you is very expensive. But if we're dropping off the 1 box of tissues to you, but we're also, you know, bringing picking up 4 boxes, that's that's ideal for actually making some cash. So, all right, so I'm gonna quickly. I need to get one of these Perlmans targeted. I need to be careful when I'm still flying and I'm out of there. So here is the deliver package Perlman. We're gonna track that, and now you notice we have a marker in front of us for it. So again, you know, we can actually see now, so we get a better perception of what's going on here. Before, like when we land on the dark side in bad weather, you could see how you could easily crash in. Like, look at these mountains. If I was coming in a little bit to my left and it was dark like that and I was coming in as fast as I am, that mountain would appear in front of me and boom, we'd hit it. So just like in real life, when the weather is poor, you need to slow down. And, you know, and so you really need to get used to the numbers. That's like, as pilots, we could really... You know, you could kind of tell, okay, I'm too fast, I'm too slow, all right, you knew when to slow down. You know, we would use things like landing gear to help us slow down. You know, you have a fast, slippery jet with a swept wing. It doesn't like slowing down, so you need to put gear down. That's one reason why, in real life, they don't put the gear down at the last second. You need your gear to slow down. Here we go. We're gonna land off pad again.
Landing complete.
Right. Shut down. I don't need to shut my engines down. I like doing it. And it does the 3rd person thing. I do not know why. All right. All right. So let's go ahead, and I need to find out which one's going there. So let's see. So it's always good to check your list. It's tedious at times, but it's better than having to run back to your ship. So here's Perlman, deliver package 316448. So we're looking for that, 316448. That's the one right there. Bingo. It is highlighted, but it's always good to check it, because if I run all the way out there with that package and then have to run all the way back, big waste of time. All right, so we drop off this package, and we also have a pickup here as well. Or we have a couple pickups here. It's a few, maybe 3. So this one's is only a 3 package delivery. This this set here. So I have essentially 2 5s and a 3 going right now. I could string more together, but then it starts getting really hectic, especially if you fill your ship up. So here we go. We have this package to pick up here. And so it just gave me the delivery completed 1 of 3, so we got that one delivered that I just put in the box. I'm gonna be careful walking out here so I don't fall down the stairs again and send the package to the moon. We're on a moon, actually, but Alright, so let's go ahead and... Alright, good. So let's go ahead and check the next one we have. So we're on Perlman on Magda. Alright, so we just picked up the this one, Perlman. And we want to collect this one from Perlman, so we're going to track that one. This is the kind of stuff I like. You know, I like working the manifest and figuring out how to get these up. what I would hope for them to do for the game is, you know, those of us who really love doing cargo stuff, you know, part of the depth of cargo, which I think they're currently, you know, they're definitely missing now, but I hope to get to is, you know, it's by making each profession in the game a skill that you have to learn and get good at, it makes it so that, for example, somebody who dedicates all their time to cargo can make more money than somebody who doesn't. And part of that is, for example, like I would like to see a reputation system. You know, if you constantly get your cargo delivered on time, undamaged, you're going to get offered better cargo. But also things like, for example, like if I'm constantly out doing cargo, the guy might say, hey, you know, we have a last minute delivery. It needs to get there really quickly. Here's, you know, we're willing to pay, you know, an expedited fee to get this there. And because you're always doing cargo, you're getting more expedited fees. Somebody who does cargo every once in a while won't get those as much because they're just not doing cargo as much. And that's a good way to make it a real profession. Yeah, this is one of my favorite ships. They did a really good job on this. So this ship came out with the Carrack. The Carrack is like a big exploration ship, and this is its parasite craft. So this ship actually lands in a bay on the top of the Carrack, and so that's really cool. So I bought this when that was when this came out because this is a really cool little cargo ship. It's, you know, it's not a good fighter. I don't really care if it's a good fighter, but it's nice and compact. I like its layout. It's just a cool little ship. It's good for doing these little package missions. I really like it for that. All right, so we need to go back in, and we have one more to pick up on Magda. All right, so here is the one we just picked up here. We have another one to, let's see, collect package. It's got to be this one. Perlman right here, Magda, track. And that will be our last one. So by stringing them together here, you know, picking up 3, I picked up, what, 2 or 3 of Pinewood. You know, it really helps to get these things expedited and done. Especially seeing that I lost a lot of money from the game screwing me. I kind of need to make it back. So this is potentially really good money. This is like 40,000, and then I have 15 on me. Then hopefully I can get back into trading a little bit. Ideally, you shouldn't be buying more than half of your money in goods, but I had so little money I kind of had to risk it all for the biscuit, you know, because I was making so little as it was. You know, the Hull C is very big and somewhat expensive to run, and so you know, it is what it is. But that's the ship I want to run. So, all right, so here we go. This is the last one here from Perlman. I rushed. I shouldn't have rushed. Come on, please have the packages laying on the ground behind me. There it is. Oh, carry the thing. Why am I on my ass again? Oh my god, just stand up, dude. There we go. This guy's an asshole. Pick up the package. Oh my god. I'm so terrified all the time that the game is just gonna bug and like, oh, all that progress you did gone. Let's see, the Prospector, is that the one? Ha. Yeah, I have a Prospector currently. I want to trade it into a Hull A, but one of my ships is tied as my game package, so I need to make sure I don't trade away the game package. So. I'm just going to drop it. Screw it. All right. All right, so again, save some time. I'm not going to check my mana. I know my manifest is good. I'm not going to check it until I get in the air. We picked up 3. We dropped 1 off. And so I'm going to get up in the air, and then we'll figure out what our next step is here.
Takeoff complete.
All right, so there we go.
Raised.
Let's go ahead and we'll figure out our next stops here. All right, so we have a deliver at Besdick, Ryder, Besdick, Stanhope, Woodruff. All right, so here is 153973. 153973 is going to Hadley, so that doesn't affect us. We have to pick one up at Besdick. so let's see. So this one's, that one's going to Besdick. So Stanhope, we need 153 is going to Hadley. Okay, so I'm thinking aerial item. Just making sure I'm looking at the planet names now. So Ariel, Aberdeen is on her. Okay, Besdick. All right, so let's take a run to Besdick on Ariel. All right. Ariel's one of the moons. So there is Ariel. And we're looking for Besdick right here. Because we have some to deliver and some to pick up, and we don't have any other ones to pick up that go to Besdick, so it's worthwhile stopping there. There's Ariel.
Quantum drive is now on.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate one of the Besdicks. So like here is the deliver package Besdick. We're going to track that one. That will give me it as a marker. You see we just got the drop-off package marker now.
Quantum drive.
Looks like we're going to the dark side of the planet again.
Quantum drive is now on.
How's it going there, Inez? Can you avoid combat if you stumble into some enemies? Being a trader should give you some kind of evasion. The way it's supposed to work, theoretically 100 years in the future when this game gets anywhere near being, near done, is
Quantum drive is
you're supposed to have some safe areas where, for example, like, you think about IRL where you have, I guess we're still on the sunny side, where you would have, on trade routes, like, think about when they were having a lot of pirate problems in Somalia. They would put military on the trade routes. So they're supposed to be safe systems that it is very hard to be a pirate because essentially, like, you would have military all over the place and you'd have security all over the place. And then there are supposed to be medium, moderate areas where, for example, like, maybe you'll be able to call security, but they won't be there right away. And so you kind of take a risk. And then you have the Wild West where nobody's coming unless you bring them. And so one of the things that, all the people who do pirate stuff in this game love to quote is, oh, you should have an escort. Well, it's like, so think about it. Like, how are you going to convince a friend to sit around and do nothing if you're on a safe route, right? For the 1 in 100 chance that you run into a pirate. You're not going to be able to. They're not going to want to do that. And the other issue is, on the low profit stuff like this, this isn't making much money. If I got stopped by pirates, I'd go crash my ship because it's like, I'm not just dealing with these trolls. But, later in the game when there's, theoretically, if the game survives that long, if there's any of these dangerous zones, like, you're going to have to bring your own escorts. You're going to have to bring people with fighter ships to protect you. But because it's such a Wild West, the commodities are going to be worth so much money. So you have to decide, okay, am I going to really known dangerous space? Am I going to a dangerous part of town to make all that extra money? And then it becomes financially viable to bring, say, 2 extra friends and fighters, to be able to do it. And so, like, the pirates will keep quoting this as, oh, you're supposed to have escorts, But the issue is this is, one, there's not enough profitability, and the game was sold to us as well as we're going to, like, we were told we could have offline servers where we could just do cargo and never be bothered, And so, Chris Roberts, lied to every different group, telling them there'd be these things. And so hopefully maybe at one point in the future there will be. So, I hope in the future, like the way Elite did it was good. One, I could play Elite Dangerous offline. And so I could just do cargo. I would get intercepted, but usually I could run. And you know, I could have my fun as somebody who is, you know, doesn't want to be bothered. And, you know, there are other, and then, for example, in Elite, I could then quickly go to my comms and I could call for help. If I was getting attacked and I couldn't jump away, I could call for help and security would show up. And there was dangerous space and there was not dangerous space in Elite. And so, for example, if you were in dangerous space, there might not be any security. And so, guess what? If there's no security, you're on your own. And so I never went to dangerous space. And so I always had security that I could call. So I would stay in safe space. And if I was getting attacked, I would call security. And, maybe I'd lose 40% of my my hull by the time security showed up. But security would show up, and they would start fighting with the pirates. And I would jump away and continue on my journey, and then I go repair. And so that's hopefully what I hope it's going to get to. You know, if you want to go play with pirates, great. If you don't. You know, but a lot of the pirating community, you know, pejoratively calls those of us like me Care Bears, but the game was sold to us as well. You know, and so they sold the game to the pirates as you'll be able to pirate, and they sold the game to us as you'll be able to peacefully trade. And despite the 12 years the game's been going now, it's nowhere near where it's supposed to be. But hopefully eventually, like if I'm in safe space, I can do my cargo trading in peace if I want. And if I feel like, yeah, it would be kind of cool to have a fight, I could invite a couple people to come protect me, pay them some of the profit, and go to a more dangerous space if I wanted. And I pretty much have like no interest in ever going to dangerous space at all, because it's like, it's not what I'm interested in. I want to do realistic, just cargo trading. That's what I want to do. So we'll see in the future how the game, if the game actually fulfills what it sold us on, or many of us on. All right, so here we're picking up, so here's a collect package from Perlman. I collected it. Okay, where are we at now? We're not at Perlman anymore. We're at, the hell, I just picked the package up from there. Well, we're at Perlman. Okay, so collect package from Perlman, done. Collect package from Perlman, done. No, we're at Besdick now. Okay, we're at Besdick. So Besdick, okay, here's a deliver package aerial. Besdick right there. So this one here is 551-263. Okay, 551-263. Right here. Nope. Where's 551-263? There it is. Okay. So here's my drop off here. You know, so that's why, like, I prefer a lot of times having, you know, a solo game, you know, not multiplayer, because it's like, you know, for example, there's no trolls in a solo game. You know, they don't troll you, they don't do stupid stuff. You don't have a 12-year-old screaming in the mic, you know, saying poo poo pee poo and all that shit, you know. You don't get that nonsense in a solo experience, you know, like when I play Elite solo. You know, if you got attacked by a pirate, it was, you know, they sounded like a pirate, it was fine, and then you call security and get out of there if you wanted. And you could make it as challenging, or as, you know, if you're just trying to have a nice relaxing day, like, you know, I like relaxing, doing cargo, taking my time doing it like this. I don't want to be bothered by some jackass who wants to just shoot at me. And so I think we both can have our fun, but the CIG needs to work on it, you know. All right, Besdick. No more Besdick here. Okay. Besdick is collected. Okay. Okay. All right, so I have to collect a package on Woodruff Ida, Ryder Ida, Ryder Ida. Okay, so I have a deliver for there. So that looks like our next move. Okay, so we have a, we're on aerial now. Let's pick up all our aerials, actually. Yeah, so we're at aerial. Let's do our aerials. Okay, perfect. So let's go to this one here. So this one is Lathan on aerial. We want to pick up that package. But yeah, so that's kind of my whole thought. I wouldn't say that Starfield and Star Citizen are the same. Starfield, I didn't like Starfield because I couldn't fly my plane, my spaceships. That is the most important thing to me. It's the only reason I'm back in Star Citizen is I needed to be able to fly my ships. That's what's important to me in a game, you know. And I couldn't fly my ships. What was that noise?
Engines online.
You know, that's the most important thing to me is flying my ships, and I couldn't do that in at all in Starfield. It was like, you know, it was mouse flying. It was silly. It was just like. And the other thing too is there's very little story. See, I have a potential enemy above me. That was that noise I just got. See him right there. So I need to get out of here ASAP. If he shoots a missile at me, this is what I'm talking about, like, just jackasses who want to ruin your fun. But
Landing gear raised.
so I'm trying to just get out of here. It doesn't mean he's hostile either, it just means there was a guy above me, and it's like, you know, that's the issue with multiplayer games a lot of times. It's like, you'll have somebody who just wants to troll you. What was that? Okay. That just wants to troll you and shoot at you and be an asshole, and it's like, I really have no desire to deal with those people. It's like, you know, I pay for this game too. I want to play the way I want to play. You know, in the pirate community here, they cringe when you say that you don't want to be their gameplay, and it's true. It's like, you know, what's going on here? Are we jumping or not? There we go. Okay.
Is now on.
You know, part of Starfield I really didn't like either is I really couldn't. I don't like a story game at all. I really do not care about those people. I want to do my own thing.
Quantum drive.
It's one of the reasons why I can, like, you know, enjoy Stormworks, and, you know, I make my own stories. You know, I have, like, people say, oh, there's nothing to do in Stormworks. I couldn't disagree more. You know, and it's perfectly fine if you want the game to lay out the story for you, but personally, I like to make my own story, and I like to do what I want to do. I don't want to follow some silly quest line. That just doesn't interest me, you know, so, you know, it's like Squadron 42, the single-player part of Star Citizen, like, doesn't interest me at all. It's like, this is what interests me. It's like, what do I want to do? Cargo hauling, okay? If I want to do mining today, I'll go do mining. You know, and like, to what end? Well, whatever end I want, you know, and that's kind of my whole thing. It's, you know, it's like, if you watch the episode of Career Build Series tomorrow, it's like, you know, I had my own goals. Make a home ship. I put a drone on it. I put some parasite craft on it. I made my own little carrier ship that does everything. And I just do what I want to do each episode, you know, and that's the same kind of way I play this game is, you know, Starfield's like, hey, follow this woman around who's going to tell you, blather on about nonsense that you don't give a shit about for the next hour. And hey, you'll get this this gun. And the gunplay feels horrible to me after, like, playing games like Tarkov, you know. And you know, there's no flying in it, so I didn't enjoy that. You know, the base building's the only thing. I rebought Starfield after I refunded the first time, and I refunded again after 20 minutes. And I'm not going to get it again. It's just like, I'm not going to enjoy it, you know? It's just not my type of game. I just could not care less about those characters. It's like, I want to be the character of my story, not them. Yeah, the main issues with this game is, you know, Chris Roberts is an absolute maniac. He's just like, I didn't put my gear down. Okay, whatever. Hopefully I don't need them. This one's probably it. Let's check it. 4 and change on that. Let's check it here. I think I dropped the package when I do that anyway. 413. Yep. Okay. Like, Chris Roberts just a maniac. You know, he's it's scope creep to the nth degree. I think that, you know, CIG is such a dirty company. Like, their marketing is so disgusting. Their financial model is so disgusting. Like, Chris Roberts, you know, he went in front of us and lied to our faces. Where the hell is this? What's with the package delivery here? He lied to our faces and told us, you know, in 2016 that the game's going to be out in 2016, right before the sale. And then, oh, I'm collecting Lathe and Ariel. Okay, that's why. Okay, lied to us, you know, late 2016 before CitizenCon, saying, "Oh yeah, game's going to be out in 2016." Like, people are like, it doesn't seem like this game's anywhere near ready. And I'm going to quickly just put us on our landing gear too. And, you know, everybody's like, doesn't seem like this game's anywhere near ready. And then, as soon as the sale was over, like, oh, sorry guys, yeah, we're gonna need a little bit more time. It'll be out next year. And then end of next year, they didn't say anything. And then, the inside joke was it still said, answer the call 2017 and 2018. And they said, oh, yep, game's going to be out in 2018. 2018 came and went. And then they left that up, and they, like, were just hush about it. And then, you know, now they say, oh, we don't answer when questions. It's like, dude, it's like, you know, people bought your product. You know, we deserve you to at least acknowledge when you think this game is going to come out, the thing that we bought. You know, and so that's why there's a lot of, like, animosity in the community. And it's like, this ship that the Hull C I've been waiting for, the whole reason I got back in the game, was it was announced in 2013, you know, and in I think it was initially supposed to be out in 2016, like with everything else. And then it, oh, yep, it's coming out in 2018, right after the sale. Oh, nope, sorry, we're going to have to delay it. Now it's 2023, the ship finally came out, and it's nowhere near done. You know, and that's the sort of shit that pisses people off. It's like, you know, there have literally been ships, like the first 5 ships that they sold the game on, like, there are still some that aren't anywhere, here's a guy coming in, aren't anywhere near done. You know, and it's like, people paid real money for that, and like and they work on new ships to get new backer money instead of, like, finishing the drop of the old stuff. And it's like, you know, if you can't get the old stuff people already paid for, refund their money. You know, I have no problem with that. Refund their money. You know, that's like, for example, if there was an electric car I wanted to buy, the Alpha Wolf, and if I was to put down a deposit for the Wolf, it would be like $1,000 deposit, but legally it's fully refundable. And so at any time, you know, all it does is hold my space, and I can refund it because the car is not out yet. And they don't do that with digital goods yet, unfortunately, because the politicians are mainly 80-year-olds who don't understand things like digital goods. All right, so let's see. We have a. Do we have any more aerials? No more aerials here. Looks like Ida is the next big one here for me. Yep, so we have some Idas. Let's head to Ida. So we need to do Woodruff, Ryder, Woodruff. Okay, so I have a delivery and pickup at Woodruff and what was the other one? Ryder. Woodruff and Ryder, either one. Okay. Let's see. I want to get some of these off me, so we'll go to Woodruff first. It's a further flight than going to the Aberdeen, but it doesn't really matter. What matters to me is, like, trying to complete some of this. What is that? That Aberdeen? I might have an Aberdeen. Let's stand by. Let's see if I have an Aberdeen here. Starting to get a little confusing here, so. Aberdeen. I have a delivery on Aberdeen. I have a pickup on Aberdeen at Anderson. Let's go to Anderson, Aberdeen. Anderson, Aberdeen's where we're going. Okay, perfect. Come on. Alright, this is gonna be screwy here until I jump, probably. So, let's just, that's Hurston. Where's Aberdeen? That's Ida. That's Aberdeen there, so. See if I can get a... Bring my map back up, see if I can't get an Aberdeen hit. Come on, man. Stupid nonsense. Come on, man. Let me get it. Okay. The problem is, because it's behind the planet, I can't just, is that Aberdeen there? I think it's obstructed. I need to get a marker off, so let's just go to Ida. Screw it.
Engines
I
offline.
didn't mean to do that. Alright, let's fix this now.
Engines online.
Try one more time to try to get a map us to Aberdeen. This star map is so old and needs a ton of work, man. Alright, I guess to Ida we go. Screw it. We need to go to Woodruff and we need to go to the other one, so there we go. Okay.
Quantum drive is now on.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to my chat here. I finally got my ship running here. How's it going there, Sebastian? Seb? Yeah.
Quantum
Yeah,
drive
I
is
really
now
don't like Roberts. I don't like his, like, the aesthetic he goes for. I don't like a bunch of his nonsense. You know, I really don't think he's a very good person. You know, I got a bunch of issues with him. You know, there are ways you could do this and
Quantum drive
not be
is now
scummy.
on.
You know, for example, they do a bunch of things that are scummy. They do a lot of FOMO. Hey, you know, we're doing a sale. If you don't buy it now, the price might increase. And so, one, there shouldn't be artificial scarcity on something you haven't even made yet. That's stupid. You know, and again, you know, they want to call these donations. They're not donations, but they want to call them and reference them as donations. You know, it's like, how scummy is FOMO in a donation, you scumbag? You know, if that's what you want to call it. You know, and it's like, they do things like, for example, they make the new racing ship the best ship there is, and then guess what happens? As soon as the sale's over and the ship comes out, they say, oh, it's OP, we had to nerf it, you know? Stuff like that. They're just like, you know, their marketing team and their management is the lowest of the low. Yep, you know, the scope creep, like, this is the way I would build this game. Of course, it's armchair dev, whatever, but what they should have done is they started with Port Olisar, right? So you had this space station. And you have Port Olisar. We can spawn our ships there, we can fly our ships around, that's it. Okay, that's the beginning. Then what you do, you add one moon near Port Olisar. Okay, and you build it from small to big, the opposite of what they did, where they're trying to like build everything at once because they need it for Squadron 42, that
Landing
garbage
gear
game.
deployed.
And so what they should have done is, you know, they do Port Olisar and they do one moon, you know, in that system. And so what can you do? Well, now you can fly from the space station to the moon. Yay. You know, and make sure that's working pretty well. Then what do you do? Okay, well now you can trade goods from that space station to that moon. Yay, good. Then what do you do? Okay, well now you put a second POI on that moon. Okay, so now we can trade goods, you know, within that moon, and we can also trade goods within the space station. All right. After you put on, like, say, 5 ground stations on the moon, you then put down another moon. You know, so now you have 2 moons. Let me just check my stuff here. So now you have 2 moons, and you can trade from moon to moon. You can do this. Then you put a planet. And so you start from small scale, but you make sure all of that works and intermingles. And then you put in a planetary system. And then you can go from system to system. And you make it bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, because they're doing Squadron 42, they're trying to make multiple systems at once. Like, you know, we're waiting on... we've been waiting on Pyro for how many years now? You know, and we shouldn't need that. All right, collect package from Ida. Let me see. Do I have a delivery? That's Ryder. Anderson, Aberdeen. Woodruff on Ida. Right here. I need to deliver this package, so we want to pick this one up on the way in. 791801. 791801. 791801. 791801 right there. You know, so that's how they should have done it. Instead, what they did was they're building this big system where there's really nothing to do still. And... you know, and they could have made it where each little microcosm, and I talk about this in Stormworks, like how that's essentially how they built Stormworks, was you had the Sawyer Islands, and the Sawyer Islands, you can do everything there is on the Sawyer Islands. And then they add the Arctic. Well, now you can do everything there is in the Arctic and everything there is in the Sawyer Islands, and you can go between them. And then they add the arid biome, and you can do everything there is in the arid biome, and you can go between them. And so you just keep, but each one of the sandboxes should be self-sufficient. And they didn't do that. They just made, oh, we added some planets, okay, but you didn't add anything to do with the planets, so why do I care? You know, and that's part of the issue that this game has had. And, you know, and they're building Pyro, but it's like, is there going to be anything to do with Pyro? Probably really not. But why do they build it for Squadron 42 so we can have another set piece, you know? And that's part of the issue that a lot of people like myself are having with it. All right, here's the Woodruff right here. All right, good. You know, like, this game still does not have a good flight mechanic. Like, I really liked hover mode. I think they should have taken hover mode and worked on it. Like, right now, you can take an enormous ship and point it straight down at the ground, you know, in a gravity well planet, like a proper gravity planet, like an Earth, say, for example. And it just sits there and hovers, even though the thrusters are not underneath it where they should be. You know, but with hover mode, you had to actually fly it real. And so it's like when people say, oh, Squadron 42 is probably close now, it's like, 1, they've been saying that since 2016. 2, let me just double check. I'm pretty sure we have everything at Woodruff. Let me just double check. You know, they, how can that be close? They don't even have a flight model. You know, it's like they need a flight model to have this stuff anywhere near being close. All right, so we have all our Woodruffs. We're going to Ryder next. You know, so it's like they should work and make something work first and then move on to the next thing. But, you know, their whole immoral sales plan is all about, you know, we're going to sell new backers the next new ship, you know. And that's the thing they want to do, is sell the next new ship, you know, and so they ignore the old ships that people have already paid for. Oh, well, you can always just, like, grind up your ship and then get the new one. But that's not the point. I bought the ship I wanted to buy years ago. You said to me it was going to be ready in a couple of years, and now you're skipping my ship to go do something else. That's fundamentally dishonest. Like, there have been cases like the Hull C, which I give them a little leeway on. They're like, oh, we just, you know, we thought the mechanics would be easier. Well, they always say that, but it could be true. You know, the mechanics ended up being tougher on that ship. I get it. Those mechanics were definitely special. And so it took them a little extra time that they didn't budget for. You know, and so they had to move on to something easier. But guess what? Don't make any new ships until you have the backlog done. But they do it because they want money, you know? You know, I liked Elite, but the one thing that kills it for Elite is I need to be able to get out of my seat. You know, you know, the most important thing to me is the ships. That's what sells any space game to me, is the flying and the ships. You know, I've been a pilot for most of my life. That's what interests me. You know, but You know, and so even though Elite had some cool ships, you never get a feeling of scale. Like this ship, like right now, sitting in first person, I really don't have a scale of the ship too much, but I can get out of the ship, and I know where I can land the ship, and I get that feeling of scale. You don't get that in a bunch of other games. Let me, you know, so this game has that. That's the one thing going for this. That's why, like, a lot of us would love to just put this in the rear view because it's been such a friggin' zoo, and we can't because there's just nothing else that does it, you know, that prioritizes this first-person ship interaction. You know, Elite tried it to a little bit, but, like, you don't get to walk in your ships, and then Starfield, you don't get to operate your ships, and there's silly mouse flying. You know, I do like the element of Starfield. You get to build your own ships. I never even got to that. I played for less than 2 hours, but it was like... All right, so there's a C2 Hercules right there.
Landing gear deployed.
So he's taking off. He probably just got a warning that somebody just entered and his price. Yep, see, we just got the same warning. I've yet to be on that ship. I used to like Crusader ships, but
Landing complete.
I don't like a lot of what CIG's done with kind of their design. Stuff's kind of silly.
Engines offline.
My preferred sci-fi aesthetic is Alien, not Star Wars. Put it that way. All right, so we are here on. Check it again. All right, so I need to drop off 585, 584, 585, 584. 585, 584, okay. You know, and because of Squadron 42, they've really, like, overemphasized the pew-pew element of the game. And so the pew-pew community, you know, now thinks that they're the #1, the most populous group. And, of course, you know, they're like, oh, we're the silent majority, we're this and that. And so it's kind of obnoxious that it's like, you know, it's just because that's what got prioritized because of Squadron 42. It's like later, I think, it's going to be more balanced, and, like, people like myself who just like to kind of chill out and do, like, cargo missions. We're going to have safe zones that we're going to be able to just do it and have fun. And those people are going to be able to have fun doing what they do. But it's going to be 1,000 more years, and I'll be long dead by that time that happens. You know, I think the best thing that could happen for this game is to not have Chris Roberts anywhere near it. Jesus. There's something wrong with these, as soon as I exit, that I end up tripping. There's something wrong there. You know, and the Lion has to stop at some point. Like, you know, they come out and say, oh, Theaters of War is right around the corner, and then it was years delayed, like 4 years delayed, and then they just, like, dropped it. You know, it's like stuff like that. You know, and then essentially Theaters of War is like, it's another game. They keep building these other games. Build the main game that people are paying for, which is the persistent universe. All right, so let's see. I want to make sure I have all the riders. I should. So we have Deliver, Package, Stanhope, Thetis. I need to collect Aberdeen. I have, okay, I need Deliver and Pick there. What's this one? 470? 470 is going to Han on Magda. That's fine. I need to Deliver to Stanhope, and I need a Thetis. So, all right, so we're good here. So we can pretty much go anywhere. So I don't want to go to Hurston yet. No Hurston. So let's go to Aberdeen. Just checking here. Let's go to Aberdeen. Okay, Anderson, Aberdeen. Let's see if it will actually let me route there. Nope. Come on, man. Yeah, I've tripped so many times. Like, it was funny. Before you got here there, Inez, I tripped and the package disappeared. And so I had to kill that mission. and I was able to re-accept it again, but it was like I tripped up. So every time I trip on the stairs, I get scared because like I've yet to finish any of these missions because I just haven't got them done yet. And so it's like I've done all this work, and if it tells up we got a bogey, it's probably that C2. See the red chevron up to the right. I want to get out of here ASAP here. Because, like, people are bored in the game, and when they're bored, they'll do stupid shit like just shoot at you for no reason. And they'll ruin your whole play session for their fun, which I think is just gross. It's like, there are games that, like, PvP is absolutely 100% expected. It's the only thing, like, you really have little right to, like, complain about there being PvP. Like, for example, Escape from Tarkov. You know, I play a lot of Tarkov. If I get shot in Tarkov and I cry, oh, I got killed, it's like, it sucks to get killed. But that's the point of the game. It's like, yes, part of this game's point is shooty, but it's not the only part. So, you know, of course, some of us get annoyed when that is the only thing that's going on. Or like, you know, for like the pirates, they need us for their fun, and it's like I don't want to be part of your fun. And so I can't wait till like we have safe space where there's so much military around. Like the second a pirate comes in the zone, they just get destroyed. So if you want to be a pirate, great, but you have to go into like medium security space. You have to go to low security space, and if you ever go in high security, you're gonna get your ass kicked. And the same is true for us who like peaceful gameplay. If we ever go into low security, we're gonna get our ass kicked. We know it. And so we stay out of your backyard because we don't want to be part of your fun. And you stay out of our backyard. We don't want you to be part. You don't want to be part of our fun. And then those who want to, you know, like if I ever want, you know, if I decide I want to take one of my fighters and go play with pirates, guess what? I can. You know, and so we're both kind of consenting to that. Yeah, I think the 890 is cool. I just don't like big displays of wealth. Just not. But just, you know, everybody likes their own aesthetic. I like a more industrial gameplay and aesthetic, so that's kind of what I want. All right, where are we at here? Aberdeen, give it to me quickly here. Track, okay. Trying to get the track notice up here. It's visibility's low. I'm just reading some chat here. Yeah, the ships are definitely what keeps me. Yep, Invisible Trimming Man's back in. See, the other thing that sucks is I have to watch my water. I'm all for these food and water mechanics, but they need to flesh the game out. So, like, for example, have a fridge in my ship, have a cooler in my ship. And they didn't, so what I think they need to do is, like, you know, I'm all for that stuff. Just cool it out until you get that gameplay in there. I came in hot on this one. We're going to slow down in time, but I just came in super hot. Hot means fast. Like, one thing that's big for me, too, is, like, I try to come in and land like a professional, because I was a professional. You know, and so that could break the immersion sometime, too. You have somebody coming in just banging into stuff accidentally is kind of...
Engines offline.
Alright, so let's see. We need to find out what's going here. Alright, I need to deliver 11220 and pick one up. Okay. So that's this one right here. 11220. You know, like there are a bunch of people like making fun of Chris Roberts for doing one thing that I think it was right of them to do. For example, like the bullet actually comes out of the end of the gun in this game, and like, oh, why would you ever need that? That's what Escape from Tarkov does. And if you're actually into shooters, that is important. You know, and so like little things like that I think are good. You know. But like there's things that like. What's this? What's going on here? Oh, drop off. I pressed pickup instead of drop off. I think they botched the cargo for the Hull C where they could have made it, like, they could have made it good right off the bat, but they just, like, for some reason they're botch artists on it. Okay, there we go. I talked about this a bunch yesterday, like with the Hull C, so what I have to, like, so I talk about, like, making a proper microcosm that works first, and so, like, you know, for those who, like, haven't played much Star Citizen or followed it, like, it's known as a walking simulator or a tram simulator. Like, everywhere you go, you have to take a long tram to get to, and that's fine. It's kind of like, I think of it as in Storm Arcs, like if you were going to take the long journey up to the Arctic. But once you get there, you need to be able to invest enough time in that new place that it made the journey worth it. It's the same thing like if you took a road trip for like 4 hours to go on vacation. Yeah, the reason why, like, if you went on vacation for a day and it took you 4 hours there, 4 hours back, it wouldn't be worth it. But it's worth it because you spent a week there. And so the same thing's true in game is, and Chris Roberts screwed up when they did, they essentially made it so that it was, let me just quickly get out of here.
Engines online.
You know, they made it so it takes you sometimes 20 minutes to get off the ground because you have to, like, leave, you have to go walk through the city, do all this other nonsense.
Landing gear.
And so it's just a huge time sink. And time sinks are fine when there's a reason to be there, but there's no reason to be there yet. So what they should have done is they should have made it so it was really easy to get around, and then as they add things, make it so that, you know, you can go to them. All right, so we have Stanhope, Thetis, Hurston. These are all Hurstons. Okay, I have to collect a Hurston. Okay, so I have to go to Magda, and then I think the rest. I think I have everything down to Hurston. Okay, so we're going to Magda. We need to deliver Han. All right, so we're going to track this. So we're going to Han next on Magda. And then everything else is on Hurston, the main planet. Like, for me, this is a priority to get this friggin' stupid map fixed. Like, that should have been a priority is, you know, and, like, if people haven't been following, they've been focusing on the single-player game, which, you know, some people, I think they'd say the wrong thing and say, nobody wants that. It's the same thing I see in Storm Merchants. Like, nobody wanted space DLC. It's like, yeah, people want to speak for yourself, you know. So, for example, I don't want Squadron 42. I understand a lot of people want Squadron 42, but the majority of the money comes in this game from people buying ships, which is for the persistent universe. The persistent universe is going to be the part of the game that lives on forever, or lives on for a long time. Squadron 42, like, even if you played it and enjoyed it, played it 3 times, it might be worth 300 hours. This could be worth 5,000 hours doing this, you know. And so this is what's bringing all the money. So they need to work on this. They need to do some small quality of life things. They need to throw some red meat to keep, you know, to keep those of us paying. And they wonder why their finances are suffering now, and they have to, you know, go to China to find new backers. Is because, you know, you've been forsaking the people funding your game. You know, and that's why, you know, like, people like me are not going to spend any more money. I've spent enough money anyways. I'm not spending any more money on this. But, you know, you haven't demonstrated to me that you care about my gameplay, so why am I going to give you more money, you know? All right, so we have to drop off this, then the rest are on Hurston. I have 1 pickup and the rest are drop-offs on Hurston, so that's good. Yeah, exactly. You know, I was watching Morphologist's video on the Hull A. Like, I never got to get in the Hull A. That was my loaner waiting for my Hull C, but I never really got a chance to get into it. And so apparently that's like the new gold standard, and I would like them to go back and fix the Hull C. You know, it's my favorite ship, but, like, I hate the front of it. The cockpit's too big and useless. They need to get rid of the captain seat. That should be a 2-person crew max, and it has 3 useless redundant hallways in the front. They should put some internal cargo for last mile, high value cargo, so they can do things like, you know, a little bit of, for example, like what some cargo companies have is like next day airs. And so that way you can still land the Hull C on the ground. So you would go long distance, you would empty the spindle, and then you would go down and you would deliver your last mile stuff, which could be like a small number of packages, could be worth as much as the entire spindle, because it's it's low volume, high value cargo, where your spindle is high volume, low value cargo, which is, and you could tell they didn't talk to logistics
Landing
people.
complete. Engines offline.
And we go into third person again for no reason. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this is going... Let me just double check these. I always like check the number because I bring the wrong one. It's just a big waste of time. Alright, so we're going to this one here. So we're doing this Magda here. So 470-842. Alright, 470-842. That one right there. I think the other thing that I don't like with a lot of their ship design is they definitely let the artists, like, for example, if you've ever seen like the concept cars, that's, they get a bunch of artists and the artists make a concept car, and then people say, well, why does the actual marketing, why does the car they actually sell not look like the concept? Well, guess what? Artists don't know how to make a car. And so then the engineers get in there, and the engineers tell them, nope, that doesn't work. Nope, that's not legal. Nope, this can't be. This can't be. And so a lot of what Star Citizen did was, unfortunately, they let the artists kind of run wild and design ships, which should be designed by engineers, and that's kind of, you can, of course, in game, you can kind of fake it a little bit, but, all right, so let's see. We have to go to, all right, so we're picking up this one, Thetis 153. Where's that going? 153, Hadley. Okay. So I don't think we have any other Hadleys, do we? Alright, so I'm looking for any Hadleys. Okay, so we have no other Hadleys. So we're going to go collect this one first. Actually, we don't have to collect that first. All right, so I want to go to, so we have a deliver Stanhope, 2 deliver Stanhope. So we're going to do that. We're going to go to Hurston Stanhope, deliver that. I have to watch my water. I'm almost out of water. I really don't want to put the ship away, because if the ship gets put away with the packages on it, I'm going to lose everything. So. Don't trip, you dickhead. There we go. All right. This is gonna annoy me if I lose everything because I don't have enough water. It's gonna piss me off, because like I should be able to save my ship and the cargo stays consistent, but it will disappear.
Engines online.
We gotta hurry up here.
Takeoff complete.
We gotta go to Stanhope, because I'm afraid if I get out of this ship and don't do it right to get water, I'm gonna friggin' they're gonna put my ship away. I'm gonna lose all that cargo, and then I'm screwed because I don't get any money for it. So run around for all this time, don't get any money would suck. After I lost a bunch of stuff. I was doing this yesterday, running packages off like this, and I was burning about 3% per run. So if I can keep the 3% per run, hopefully we can finish. There we go. There's Stanhope. So we're dropping 2 at Stanhope.
Quantum drive is now on.
Yeah, the way I think they should have made this game was make the PU first. And then you'll have natural development. For example, you'll make cargo stuff that works. People, you know, we'll all test it. We'll tell you what works, what doesn't work. And then what you do is you have, then you build your little single-player game, Chris Roberts, because you want to be a movie director. And, you know, now you know it works. So we as a community tell you, yep, this flight model sucks. It doesn't work. This is what would make it better. So you make this, the multiplayer persistent universe work, and then you have your little story, you know, with everything that works. And you could make the planets in a way that everything works instead of just doing this like, oh, we have to have pyro so that Chris Roberts can have his 5-second scene in Squadron 42, you know, for his little space opera.
Landing gear deployed.
You know, personally, I think Squadron 42 is going to flop. You know, they have not shown that they can make a good shooting. They can do good gunplay. They've not shown that they can do engaging flying yet, and that's like the whole thing of that game. You know, the story is usually pretty cringy. You know, which I don't think is. Unfortunately, I hope it's good, just because it's not good for the persistent universe if that game friggin' flops. You know, the only thing that would be good is if it flops, hopefully they'll just ignore it. They'll just decide they're not going to do part 2 and just work on the PU.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
Alright, let's see where... Again, I have to cycle through all my third persons here every time I get in here. Alright, so I gotta deliver this one, 556. Okay. Give me a number on these packages here, guy. Where the hell is it? 556. It's not showing me these packages here. Why aren't you showing me the numbers in these packages? Come on, man. Low on water here. I don't have time for this shit. Alright, we're in Stanhope. Let's find the... Okay, oh, this one is why. Okay. I looked at the wrong one. 94-2. Okay. I looked at the wrong one. They do highlight them, but they also will highlight the wrong one sometimes, and then you're running around for no reason. There we go. Close the door, please. I don't want to lose all my shit. Alright, so we can drop 2 off here at the same time. There we go, 3 of 4. Don't fall down the stairs, you jackass. Okay. Nope, go in there. I did click on that. I do intend you to actually do what I asked you to do. Thank you. Alright, and then what's the other one? Stanhope, this one, track that one. Okay, we're talking 556. Alright. Like, just put like a vending machine in here, man, so I don't have to go all the way back to the space station for that. I don't know why I closed that door behind me, but I did. So this is the last delivery on this one, so this one will actually get paid for. There we go, 3 of 3, so I just got paid for that. That was the small one, so I think that one was like 9 grand. Open the door. Stop screwing around here. Don't have time. 18% water here. So about 3%. A little bit more. Alright, so 2 boxes on me. We have all our boxes, I think. Let me just double check. I think I might have to pick up 1, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. I gotta deliver to Thetis, Edmund, Thetis. We're going to Thetis next. Okay.
Engines online. Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
Map should stay where I leave it. I shouldn't have to zoom in every single freaking time. Where is Thetis? There's. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I've been having issues lately where ATC's been bugged out, and they've been trying to recall my ship. And 30K yesterday with that bullshit going on. Alright, there we go. We just got a green light, so hopefully I can spool and get out of here. Let me get to Thetis here. Come on, stop fighting me here, jeez. Oh, come on, man. Aggravate. Always when you're in a rush, it does this shit. I need to get out of the atmosphere and just shut the engine off. Or shut my forward progress off, essentially. Dropping off 2 here at Thetis.
Quantum drive is now off.
So we have 2 for here. 303, 655 is the first. Turn on our lights. Might have them on already, I don't know. We'll see. We're on the dark side, so we have to be extra careful here with speed. Have to watch for mountains and stuff. Start slowing down here. Have to take our time a little bit here. Gear's coming down. Can't tell if my lights are on or not.
Landing gear deployed.
I get close enough, I'll be able to see the lights. IRL, you'd have some sort of indication showing them, but like especially gear should show green when the Gears down, and should show red when they're up, yellow when they're in transit. Alright, we're taking off cruise control, flying manually. There we go, there's my lights. Alright, I'll hammer in a little bit here. 14% water. Luckily we have 2 here, and then I think we have our last delivery for the 3 missions here.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
Yeah, I'm third person again for no reason. Grab the package, please. Thank you. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, we'll see you later there, Inez. Have a good night. Alright, so good. I think we're on our last one here once this one's done. No, I think we have 2 actually. Be a pain in the ass right here with the amount of water we have left. I think I have a pickup somewhere in Magda. That's not too bad because I can go land and go, and I don't risk losing my thing if I don't pick it up yet.
Engines online. Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
Let's check our contracts here. All right, Edmund. I didn't collect Thetis? I'm at Thetis. Okay, stand by. I gotta go collect this back at Thetis. Shit. Damn it. That sucks. Alright. Damn it. That's not helpful with the amount of time I have here. Accepted. Thetis. Damn it. That's not helpful.
Landing gear deployed.
We're doing alright on water here, not too bad. A little bit faster here that I freaking screwed up.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
Stop going in third person, please. This is so stupid. I have to waste time to fix it. Yeah, so I'm watching my water. That's my main issue right now is don't trip on nothing, please. Thank you. I tried closing that. It didn't want to close. Hope there's nobody here to try to steal my ship. Open, please. Just do it, man. I'm in a rush here. Every time I'm in a rush, the game wants to chug. Take it, please. Thank you. Please don't trip on the stairs on the way out. I appreciate that. Do not trip on the stairs. You useless, uncoordinated ding-dong.
Engines online.
consult what we have to do here and try to bang these off super fast here. Alright, so this is going to Edmund and Hadley. Okay, Edmund and Hadley, so let's find out which one, whatever one's closest. Edmund and Hadley, we gotta hit the closest one than the further one. We're currently at, I hate this map with a passion of 1,000 suns, I really do. Fires of 1,000 suns. Come on, man, it sucks so bad, this map. It really is so horrific. I just need to get their shit together. Come on, get your shit together, CIG. Alright, we just picked up from Thetis, so. There it is, drop-off package right here, the most. Hadley right there, okay, set route. I don't care if I die as long as I get these 2 missions done. I don't get paid till they're done, and I need the money. And I'll lose this ship, but this ship's insurance doesn't take long to get it back. The claim doesn't take long. After the game crashed yesterday, it took 45 minutes of real time for me to get my Hull C back, and I lost all the cargo. So it's like insult to injury. It's like.
Bottom drive is now off.
I gotta be careful coming in the dark here. Dark and hazy.
Landing gear deployed. Landing complete. Engines offline.
Alright, so this completes this one, then we have the last one, and we're good. So we should have enough water to get that one off and probably make it back to Everest and live. There we go, that one's done. Nice. You see I'm starting to get blurry vision because of the dehydration, so it's helpful.
Engines online. Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
I believe it's Edmund. Yeah, drop off package at Edmund. All right. There we go.
Quantum drive is now on.
You getting locked inside your hab room or salvage? Yeah, I've just been falling downstairs the whole time I've been playing. That's my main issue.
Quantum drive is now off.
All right, so we have our last delivery here. So this was 3 missions strung together, and I did it all in one thing of water, so. Let's start slowing down here. I get blurry vision, so it's cutting my visibility down. And we have rain, and we have darkness, so all bad things to be hammering into hard.
Landing gear deployed.
Yep. Cruise control's off. I'm flying myself. And then we need to shoot up to Everest and get some drinky poo in us. So I'll just go to the hospital and lay in the bed. There we are. My lights on? Yeah, my lights are on. Okay. So this is good. This gets me in the money again. Sucked when the game stole my money yesterday. And now this kind of gets us back where I can start doing some of the stuff I want to do with trading and playing with the Hull C.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
Stop going in third person, you scum. Just come on, pick it up. It takes forever if I have to do everything twice. Yeah, it is weird. There's no water in any of these settlements. Like, they do have vending machines, they just don't work. And it's like, if they worked, I could, you know, I could get myself a drink. There we go. Nice. That's done. All right, so we got all 3 contracts done, and now we have good money. Come on, hit it, you scumbag. There we go. So we have good money now. We can start doing a little bit of trading. Open, open, open. Don't make me hit every button twice. Game, you drive me nuts. I don't have to shut my engines down every time I stop, but I do it anyway just to make sure the ship doesn't misbehave.
Takeoff complete. Landing
I think
gear
to click cruise
raised.
control. Alright, so we should have no contracts left. None. Beautiful. Okay, let's find Everest. Again, I have to zoom in the same place I've been the whole time. There's Everest right there. Let's go ahead and set a route. Okay, good. Good spooling. The vision sucks right now. I was trying to leave enough atmosphere that I can zoom out of here. So. There's Everest. I'm working on exiting the atmosphere there, guy. I wish they'd make it so you had to yaw turn, but the yaw feels, the roll turn, but the roll feels so ugly. Like I've got my planes feeling better in Stormworks than in this game.
Quantum drive is now on.
All right, here's
Quantum
Everest.
drive is now off.
There we go. Now let's get ourselves a landing bay here. We gotta get closer. We're coming in fast. We're coming at like 400, just about 400 meters per second. Yeah, they have vending machines. They should just put the vending machines everywhere. They right now they don't care about making the PU, the thing that makes them all their money, playable. They only care about Chris Roberts' fever dream of Squadron 42, which they say they're like, oh, so we need the money, but it's like you have 600 million. You can't. And it comes from this game, from us, who play this. Why the hell can't you just, build the part for us that is funding the friggin' game, man? All right, so we're gonna land in here. It's funny how many people cry about these little letterbox hangars here. They're really not all that challenging to get. Oh, when the game stops lagging out, will help. But like, you just come in like this. It's all perception. Like, you come in and you're coming out slow, and then you get your the front lined up, and you're in. But again, I do have a lot of flight experience, so I understand why people who don't have any flight experience struggle.
Landing
But
complete.
they'll come in like nose in and stuff, and that's one of the reasons they stated why they got rid of hover mode. Was because people couldn't figure out how to get in the hangars. It's like if you had a docking indicator like, oh, I don't know, Elite Dangerous has, and has had for a long time, people could do it. Well, it's still, like, it has little wings on it. It would still. So what I mean by that is the like, you should be rolling to turn, not yawing. They even make it so that the default controls are what would naturally be roll in a normal craft would be yaw, which is silly. It's like, it's standardized for a reason. Just keep it as the standard. And they had to reinvent the wheel again instead of just doing it the way it should be. I'm at 18. 17, 16, I'm gonna probably die right here, but see if I can get in there fast enough.
Start treatment now.
Come on, quickly. 1, okay. I might die right outside here.
Feel better? Save more. Welcome to Kelto Auto.
Come on, move. I'm gonna die in the bed. There we go. I just died. Nope, there we go. We're literally with less than 1% left. There we go. Nice. That's friggin' hilarious, dude. I literally just made it. But it's like that, they make the flying, I understand they shouldn't necessarily fly like airplanes, but in atmosphere they should, You should have to bank. You should have to keep your thrusters, you know, in line with the center of gravity. All sorts, you know, my degree's in aeronautical science. I know a little bit about how these things should operate in atmosphere, you know, and I know a little bit how they should operate in space as well. You know, they could easily do an engaging flight experience. All right, so we're at 57 thou, which is good. So that's nice. What is this thing all about? Delphi? I don't know what Delphi is. I've never seen this before. I don't know what this is all about. What is this? Is this my... Oh, okay, so this is my ranking because I was hauling for them. So I get... I'm a junior runner as far as cargo. I get what it is. That's what it's saying. Okay, good. So I'm glad I have some cash now, so I can go back to the Hull C and do some trading. Because I was having issues. What is knickknacks? Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright guys, so I think I'm going to take a break there, so... Made some good progress here. I needed to get some money. You start out with like 20 grand, and I was down to like 15 just from doing all the nonsense. And I put all 15 on the spindles of my Hull C, and the game crashed, and I lost it all. And so now I have 57,000. So what I'll be able to do now is like only risk like 20. So I'll do like 20 at a time. The other thing that's a pain in the ass with the Hull C is you have to go from the docks all the way to the Galleria up into the cargo terminal to sell your cargo. Then you have to go from the Galleria back to the docks, back on the Hull C. Then you have to ask to be undocked. If this guy in front of me would leave, that would be great. And then you have to ask to be undocked. You have to undock, and then you have to ask for cargo. And then you go over and you dump your cargo. And if you don't have enough money, you then have to do the whole process over again to get back. To buy new cargo. Now I'll be able to buy and sell at the same time. I can buy 20 grand worth of I will buy 20 grand worth of you know, cargo, and I'll sell 20 grand, so then I'll always have some on me. But thank you guys for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.